Greetings everyone, greetings and welcome to a new video today with the game called V Rising. This is a game, as you can tell from my authentic accent, a vampire game. It's a game where you do not hunt the vampire, you are the vampire. So let us not waste this beautiful night and arise, arise. We truly look like a vampire should look. Though I have to say, maybe the red shades are a bit much. This is a game created by the people at Stunlock Studios, who you may know as the creators of games such as Bloodline Champions, such a great name of a forgotten game that tried to revolutionize the MOBA genre by removing the creeps and basically making it Quake, but top-down and with abilities. Essentially a hero shooter about 12 years ago, before it was a thing. Well, there was Team Fortress, but you know the idea. They've also made that Realm Royale thing recently, which was popular for a bit. But with this game, I do not believe they are chasing trends anymore, or at least trying to improve trends, which they have always done. They have taken something that was already a thing, Don't Starve, if you will, and turned it upside down. For you see, this game resembles Don't Starve a lot. You have a character who must feed, must find shelter, must find resources like this stuff, or trees that I can cut down, or stone that I can chop up with my sword because it's a big sword and I am a vampire, or with a club that will allow me to better get a resource, or this deer. I can also collect this deer, and well, I could have sucked it dry, but I killed it instead. But unlike, you see, Don't Starve together, the night is not your enemy, no, it is your friend. Whereas in Don't Starve you would dread to move without light around you. Here, you are the dread that moves in the night. Here you are the darkness. Here you are wondering why there's a bear at my rats. I shall slay this bear and then consume it, maybe, so I can feast upon its power, like so. Ignore the main menu, it just pops up because I'm near this thing. And I mistakenly ate a bear that had only 2% blood quality. Now, unlike other vampire games, it matters a lot whose blood you drink. Yes, you will say, but in Vampire the Masquerade, it mattered. The blood from somebody that lived well would give you a health bonus. Well, here it's even more than that. These rats can sustain me, but I will have no power driven through my body from them. Whereas if I take the blood of someone strong, someone more powerful, then I get all sorts of abilities and bonuses. For example, if I consume a creature, a wolf, or a bear, or a deer, or a moose, I can have some of these abilities, depending on how powerful that creature is. And I must consume constantly their blood. So, if there is nothing else available, I may need to consume this rat and lose all that power, all that gathered ability. I have no choice but to feast upon them. Endlessly, I must consume to satisfy my hunger. Now you may be wondering, why is your coffin standing outside of a small room? Oh, well, you see, I was going to build this room for the coffin, but I ran out of stone, and to actually make this I need stone blocks, which are being processed here slowly. Or you see, this game requires a lot of crafting and a lot of resource gathering, but much like Don't Starve Together, although what you're seeing now is a single player game, this is not a single player game. You can play it by yourself, but this is a server. This is a private server. Many people could join in here, and I could, for example, create a clan. I could name it the Brotherhood and give it a message, for example, to the moon. This is an inside joke for people within the Brotherhood. Oh, and now our enemy has dawned. The light, the sun. You see, much like in Don't Starve, when you are not in your element, here being daylight, things happen. The light shines upon me and I burn ferociously, and I must retreat to the shadows to heal and regain my power. Also, I do not seem to be enjoying silver that much. So if I, for example, go to one of these chests where I have some silver and try to pick it up, I have to remember what chest it is in. The game will tell me that I'm carrying silver and therefore screwed a bit. So let's put it back here, because if I take damage, then I can no longer do things like this, which is to turn into a wolf. And then when I'm a wolf, I move faster. Yes, I am much swifter, and the wolves, they do not attack me, because I am one of them, because I have consumed the blood, the soul, the essence of one of their leaders. I have taken his place, though I do not command them. I was interrupted by the doorbell in the real world, though you can also be interrupted by the doorbell in this place as well. I had forgotten what I was saying, something about wolves and such. Oh yes, I do not control the wolves, but they do not attack me, which is a good thing. When the game begins, you are but a shadow of your former vampiric self and must reclaim your rightful place in the world as its leader. So one of the first things you have to do is rebuild your castle, which, as you can see at this moment, is not much of a castle. It is, well, a laughingstock, if you will. But at one point, it will be a castle. It will even have things like, gargoyles and mirrors, though I am a vampire, so it would be pointless. It will also have stairs and many levels, but for these I need the resources to gather and to craft. But here is the thing. I am a vampire. I am Lord of the Night. You cannot expect a Lord of the Night to go gathering wood and leaves and other things of such kinds. It would be disrespectful to me, an entity that can see. I can create this entity, this living magical tannery that tans leather by itself. I have this power. Why would I go and collect wood by myself when I can take somebody's mind, their soul, and craft a servant, though it does take a long time? Now all these timers, they're actually customizable when you create the server to make them last more or less. And since this is thought about as a multiplayer game with PvE and PvP, it is actually irrelevant what time it says here, because you could always leave the game and go do something else, and the timer will keep going if you are in an online server instead of a homemade server. But I will not be able to command my servant at this moment. Though one day I will, and I will let them gather resources for me instead of going out on my own as we will do now. This is the map of the game. At some point I believe I will get access to this bit, or at least I will need to explore it first, and who knows, maybe with time it will expand and become grander, for this game does have some potential, if you will. Oh, and the night has come. It is also in early access, so yes, it will grow, it will develop, and it will stay in early access for, I believe there was a listing here. 12 months of early access. I'll have more biomes, more weapon kits, more enemies, more castle cosmetics, and more things in general, which I'm happy for because the weapons currently, as a vampire would say, suck. They do not really offer much in the way of interesting things. For example, this is the previous sword. This is the previous axe. This is another axe that I had found. This is a spear. This is the same spear. This is the thing I use to cut down those things that Obelix from the Asterix comics carries around and throws at Romans. This is well, they're all the same, but they do different damage to different types of environments. Apart from this, which I use to kill this golem that you are now seeing on the background. Otherwise that golem, or elemental or something, would have killed me. Now, let's actually get into the gritty-nitty of the thing. For you see, while we have slept, the humans, they have gathered power, and we have lost ours. So now, we will go and take back some of that power from, let's say, Errol the Stonebreaker, a brutal mining foreman. Let us track his blood, and then go seek him out and slay him. Now, technically there is fast travel in the game, but as long as I carry upon me items that can be crafted, that functionality is not available. So the way the game works is that you leave whatever you want crafted in here and they will be crafted by themselves, and then you go out on adventures, so that you do not spend your time crafting, you spend your time killing. I must remember to feed this burning pit of mist brazier, otherwise the sun would come in and probably melt my face, where I standing now in sunlight. I will also leave these on the ground because I do not need them. Now I must go and track down this mortal. And maybe then make some painting frames to hang on my new walls. In terms of movement, I was initially very optimistic by the fact that when reaching a certain ledge, for example here, well, not exactly there, but here, I could do this. And I thought to myself, yes, this is the way of the vampire. A vampire needs no steps. A vampire has the power to jump and glide in the air. And I will know I cannot go back up there. I can only jump down. Now later on I could turn into a frog, and actually no, I could still not jump back up there. There is the ability to turn into a frog at some point, and for some reason, I don't know exactly why I have not reached that point of the game, though you can start a server at gear level 70 and have most of your progress already unlocked. There are no levels in the game, there is only your gear. Your vampire will never gain health or mana or blood by their own, no, it is all tied to the gear. And honestly, I find that to be a bit bad, if you will, a bit sad even. But hey, this is how the world works. Also, you have vampiric abilities which you can unlock. You can only have 2 of them active, as if this were a League of Legends, not a League of Legends game. What is the name of the other one? A Guild Wars thing. You also have an ultimate, so yes, it is a bit like a League of Legends. I could also chop this down together some materials there, but I will not. I will instead slay these wolves. And hopefully this one maybe 3%. That is actually worse. Let's go find our prey then. All these ruins you see here were places where once stood vampiric castles and could, in multiplayer especially, there could stand vampiric castles again, rising up into the sky and giving you the ability to actually knock on the front door to see if the vampire will let you in, or you could conquer them, destroy them, take them over even. And why can I not? Oh, it appears that yes, I can jump down there, but it is pointless for the most part. I need to find a way around. And I believe I am a bit stuck now. Thankfully the game has this option. Yes, I will go back to my coffin. Or, since I was not carrying that much, I could go here? Let us go here, to that way gate. Hopefully it did not know my weapons are still equipped and so is my armor. Which is good, but I lost all my essence, so I cannot turn people into vampires anymore. It is behind me. I must go through here and find that creature, the Stonebreaker, and slay him. If you're wondering why I am using this vampiric accent, it's not just because of the game being about vampires. It was also because it is in my lineage, for you see my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather used to sharpen the stakes for Vlad the Impaler himself. And as you can see here, the enemies, they're not only fighting me, they also fought this big bear, which does not seem to have fared very well. I enjoy the world because it is quite active, and that's a different boss I killed earlier and drank her energy to get this ability, which is kind of lousy, honestly. But she regained form, she respawned, if you will. She will drop some loot if you kill her. They all will drop some loot. Most loot is a bit useless, to be honest. I mean, oh, there's a giant plant, which I do not have the ability to feed upon because it is a giant plant and therefore not really bloody, but the loot it left behind would be useful at some point to gather in order to produce certain items that will enhance my abilities. The smell of blood tells us to go through here. Hopefully we will find this enemy soon. Here we can see somebody desperately trying. Oh, but not succeeding. Let us feed upon them. And they are not alone. They had a friend. Had. Should I slay him or take him for myself? Stand still, mortal. You are now my slave. I can no longer use other vampiric abilities, but I have this fool to help me. For a bit. For they do not have a lot of life in them. Combat is, I would say, dead as simple. And honestly could do with a bit more of this style of thing, but you can only have at maximum 2 other abilities depending on your weapon and the grade of the weapon itself. I should probably turn into a wolf to make traveling faster. Should have done that a long time ago. Stonebreaker should be around here, I guess. Or maybe not. No, it is further away. There is the alpha wolf which I had killed a while ago to attain this form. I could slay it again, but it would be pointless. I am one of them now. I am of the wolf, and hungry like one, but not enough to soil my teeth with that simple worker there. A thug, oh, a bandit camp, a thief, and a dead end, which is not a great place to be in. Make no mistake, the humans, although they are nothing compared to vampires, they have become quite powerful in the last century since they toppled us and took away our power. So it is wise to not be crowded by them until I have an ultimate. As a wolf, I can do this. It does nothing, but I can do it. I should probably also heal a bit. It is important to heal, otherwise you die. It is also important that I should probably step on it, since the sun is rising soon. Oh, it is a new enemy, a Trent. I shall not engage this Trent. It appears to be a bigger threat than I may be able to defeat. Well, it is not deadly, but will take some time. The game looks nice. It has a stylized look, which fits its aesthetic. Let's see, where is that Stonebreaker? Come on, let me smell him. He may be up there. I need to be careful. To get up there I have to go through here. And this will take a while. Yes, this is the quarry. So he must be here. I will have to deal with these insolent mortals. Thankfully, they are as dumb as a sack of bricks, and most of them will not even come to the aid of their falling and very, very desperate comrades. So I will feed upon this one and gain maybe increased physical power. And I need to hide from the sun right now. I have chosen a terrible time to fight these people, for the sun is quite possibly a fantastically, amazingly hard threat to counter, since it is the sun. And I am also stunned a bit, I guess. I believe I will die here. And this was a terrible idea to... I have died. See, it is important as a vampire to plan out your expeditions. Maybe do them at night. Maybe take advantage by the fact that the enemy AI is not that bright, and pick them off one by one by doing the technique which is called kiting. Also, I should probably use a different vampiric ability. This one. Yes. I do not have many vampiric abilities as of yet, but I will one day soon. I can also jump down. Cannot jump up, but I can jump down at least. Now, while I am traveling through here, I could, for example, collect more wood by chopping down these trees, but there is the problem that if I chop down this tree, I will no longer have its shade to bask in, and during the day, the shade is my ally, and I must hide from the rays of the ever-burning sun. Now later on, when I have more advanced vampiric abilities, I can also take human form and mingle among them and hide my true purpose, even trade with them. But currently I am only a wolf to them. There is the old saying that man is a wolf to other men. Well, I am a vampire, but also a wolf, so I am both and maybe neither at the same time. can I actually fight these people while I am hit by the sun and traveling around this very, very small tree? Who knows? We shall find out now. I could though, I could hide in here and be protected. And maybe remember that I should not hit that guy when he has his shield up, because I will be stunned instantly. And I cannot cancel out of blood sucking if I'm next to a chest, which is a terrible oversight. But at least I can cause people to explode like that, which is very, very nice. Get back here. Or maybe die. It is your choice. Come on, reload ability. Reload. Now let's see what was in this chest they were guarding. Ah, paper. Oh, a fish. I can use that to make... to summon other creatures, other types of worm. Oh, a book. This book will allow me to forge flooring for my castle. So this was not a wasted effort in killing these humans. Although you do not gain experience, it is only based on what gear you have. It is sometimes worth it to go and try and kill the humans. Who knows what they carry around them or upon them. I should probably heal myself first before heading forward and trying to kill that stonebreaker again. Oh, and I'm standing in the sun. I must hide better. Now I could have created for me a cloak that would have given me some resistance to the sun, or crafted a concoction, a potion that would have given me a bit more of a resistance to the influence of the rays of this ball of flaming gas that some people revere as the sun. But I did not do that, for I am not a bright vampire. You do not have to be bright as a vampire, you just have to be strong and everything else will take care of itself. So let's try this again. Let us go back into that place. 2%. Wow, this is worse than that skimmed milk. Let us try again to... Oh, they're chasing the deer. Ho ho ho, how quaint. How foolish. For they will run into the bear, and the bear will kill them. This is what I like about the game. It is interactive. Things interact with each other. There are systems upon systems interacting with each other. Will the bear try to kill me? I do need some blood, actually, so Mr. Bear, come to me. Feed me. I shall devour you. And by devouring you, I will have enough blood to sustain me in this battle. Ah, it is another night. Every 13 days, though. It is not a moon. It is a blood moon. And my abilities increase. It is not such a moon right now. It would have been probably a better idea to attack them when it was such a moon. But again, I am not the brightest of vampires. And neither is he. He is not coming to save his friend from being murdered by me. They do regenerate health after a while, so you must be careful of that. The bosses will regenerate health immediately once you escape from their area. So also must keep that in mind. Other than that, the game is not what you would call complex in terms of combat. It is, again, much like Do Not Starve Together. Okay, there is that bit of complexity there. Can you block this? No, you cannot. For you will be dead soon. 2%. I believe they were trying to fight each other at some point there. Misunderstandings between humans. I will take your 11% and see what I can do with it. Nothing. But you do have a different class, so that may be of use to me. Now it says that it is somewhere around here. Now technically, since they do not give me any experience and will tire of chasing me after a while, I could simply run past them. And I will. And now I'm in the underground. Oh, I could have just went underground and been safe all this time. And now you tell me this. Huh. Would have been worth knowing earlier. Also would have been worth actually healing before engaging in this battle. Ouchie. That hurts a bit. Oh, 14%. Sadly, I do not have the time to munch on this guy, so I will instead just murder him like that. A reinforced bone mace. Oh, very good for stone. Let us regenerate a bit. Now, I could have used the rats in my castle. Let us still call it a castle, to create some salve that will heal me, but I, again, not a bright vampire. Not at all. Yes, we are now healed. Let us go find this Errol the Stormbreaker. He is near. I believe I have seen him now. Yes, and there is a purple thing down there. Wonder what it is. I could just jump down there. Or I could do something more intelligent. I will not do something more intelligent. I am a vampire. I am a lord of the night. Or the cave. Or the night cave. Whatever floats your boat. I do have this dodge ability, but it recharges so very slowly. Take this, human. Oh, I actually took that instead of you, which is probably not a great thing to do. Wonder what the... Oh, 3P shroom. Does the 3P shroom do anything? No, it... Let us eat it anyway. Oh, the 3P shroom is very, very 3P. Indeedy. It is... consuming, you could say. Come back here, mister. Ouchie. I believe I have hurt him a bit. Calling reinforcements, huh? Oh. The coward's way out. Actually, I would do that. Oh, more reinforcements, the wrong kind, the kind with shields and actual weapons, not just tools for crafting things and mining. Let us do this. Oh, I'm recovering from the 3P shrooms, it seems. Crunch all you want, mister. I am not going to step in your explosions. Although it seems I can be quanked in the head quite easily. I need to do this quickly. And maybe an R? No, I missed that. Thankfully the other ones are not coming to help him. So this will make... Oh, we both use the same ability at the same time. Well, he's a bit stronger than mine. Copper ore? No, I want to kill him, not collect copper. And now we shall slay him and devour his blood and acquire his abilities, which are actually just... No, I do have an ability. Smash the ground causing a shockwave, yes. We shall put it here. This is the core gameplay loop of the game so far. In single player, if you will. In multiplayer, well, depending if you want PvP or PvE, you will have other vampires to play with or against. Besiege their castles. Defend your own castles from being besieged. So many choices. I am very excited to see where the game will go in future. It will maybe become one of the best vampire games out there, which is not hard at the moment, honestly. Since the one that was supposed to be the big vampire game is still sort of cancelled right now. Come back here so I can feed upon you. There is the Blood Hunt thing, which is the thing, and also Swan Song released, and I have not received the key of it. But it was nice of the developers to allow me to get a key of this one. Hopefully they did not find the vampire accent offensive. Why would they? It is my native tongue that I am speaking now through the vampire accent. Yes, this is how vampires sound. They speak English, but with an accent of a vampire. Yes, that is our language. And let's take this and... Oh, since I'm carrying all these items, I cannot teleport home. I have to go there as a wolf, or later on I could get a horse. A vampire horse, most likely. Yes, a vampire horse would be quite good. But let's see if we can actually go home. Ooh, 32%. Let us feed upon this human and take his power. Yes, increased damage against resource objects, which is not all that useful, to be honest. It just seems like more busy work. But hey, at least I have a lot of copper now. And I know of a place where I can get even more. Ah, water. I can actually use that for certain things. Recipes and maybe just putting stuff in that satchel, that canteen. Like potions, which will allow me to better resist the light of the sun. Oh, and more cloth. Why not? Oh, there is a chest there. I should take the chest's contents for my own devious, dark purposes. No, cancel! 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 I accidentally drained that poor wretched fiend of his blood and almost took over him, his power. Yes, stand exactly there. The thing I like about... Oh no, I died again. I was going to say the thing I like about when the enemies become invisible is that they do not actually stop existing. You can still see them a bit. They're just somewhat obfuscated, and you can, if you are careful, find them and kill them while they are invisible. We have a reason. Let us check up on our little human. 14 minutes. Oh, that is a long time. Maybe I should have made a vampire bear. But so far the game does not seem to have that feature to make vampire bears. It should. It absolutely should. Through the vampiric power of accelerated time in video editing, I have now shortened the amount of minutes required for my servant to appear from 14 or whatever it was to a mere 20 seconds. And now we shall see him arise. We shall see how this new vampire, this whelp as you could call him, this new entity, can serve the master. Yes. Arise. Arise, Delmore. Terrible name. Stephen. From the channel Stephen Nonsense. Arise. Arise, Stephen. Welcome among the undead. Use the dominant. I did that. Why does it not... Oh no, I was supposed to do something different. Okay, I need to find a human then. And do that to unlock the next step. I did not read that carefully. I did not read that carefully. So basically, I think I have done what I should have been doing after I first collected the human. So meaning that I am actually maybe needing to create another vampire for this to work. Oh, where is the humans? Where are the humans when you need them? They are more than happy to kill you in your sleep even, but when you need one to take as a servant, there are none of them around. Very typical for humans. Let's try this again. So we go to the bandit camp up here. They respawn, they do so quite quickly. It is sometimes actually annoying. Yes, humans. I only need one of you. I think the one with more energetic blood will do. Let's see, take this and... Yes, you are now mine. How am I supposed to interact with humans? Interact with the servant, how? Do I say hello? Human. I do not mean to transform, I just want to interact with the human. So the game does not really... How do I interact with the human? Build? No, not build. It would be silly to be the build button. Map? No. Clan? No. V-blood? No. Escape? No. Human? No. Does not seem to be working to interact with the human. Do I need to press this to kill him? Okay, I will kill him. No, that not work either. So the journal may be worked. Or something. Use dominating presence to convert a human into a servant. Interact with a servant. I interacted with them, nothing happened. Well, the game is in early access, so who knows, maybe the progression. Actually, this progression thing from the journal... Not a great way to set up a story. It is a bit rudimentary and crude. Speaking of rudimentary and crude, I would also like to point out one very, very, very annoying feature of the game is that, let's say you are in your base right now, then it belongs to you, and nobody set you up a bomb. Let's say you want to craft this. You want to craft copper ingot, but you do not have enough copper here. But you have a bunch around here. Well, let's take leather for instance. You have a bunch of it here. Why can I not have one of these magic tools go into the chest and take it? Or at least, when I am crafting things at my bench right here, why can I not take things from the chest and I must have them on me at all times? It seems needless busy work and fundamentally stupid. It needs to be corrected. It needs to be corrected. Well, this would be... Oh, the sun is rising. Stephen, go back. Go back into into your coffin, Stephen. Stephen! He does not listen. Well, this has been it for the show about V Rising. It is a quite promising game in the vein of Don't Starve, but from the other side. It's Don't Thirst. And actually, you do constantly thirst. It's Don't Dry Up or something else like that. The vampire puns are not rolling anymore. It's been almost an hour. You can find it on Steam. It is only $20. It also comes with some DLC that is purely cosmetic for people who want to support the game. I would say yes, give this a chance. As you can see in this GIF, if you have friends, which, let's face it, you do not, this could have been you. Yes, it could have been you. Also, there are towns around, as the map is quite big, and there is a town here, as you can see. And perhaps here something as well. And perhaps the map will be expanded as time goes on. And will have many other features. For example, here it is snowy. And all other stuff. I could actually show you the snowy bit right now, because this is not the only save game that I have. I have some save games from a server which has some players right now, and also this one, or was it this one? I think it was this one. This is a character that is nearly at the top of their game, at level 70, because you can choose to skip over most of that frou-frou and very pointless resource collection and actually get into the meat of the things, and maybe recover from a server outage that deleted all your progress by just setting up a server with the progress already having been made. And look, humans trying to escape in a carriage, and us vampires, right there. Let this vampire arise. As you can see here, I have a bit more in terms of actual rooms that I can do stuff in. So very nice. Now, if I had some servants, I could have stood here on this throne and commanded them, but I do not have any servants right now at my disposal. But this would be how I would send them each and every place, which is a good thing to have. And ability wise, I can do this now, and this, and this, and turn into a frog. I do not know why. Maybe the game will tell me at some point why I am a giant frog. Also, I have ultimate attacks, which is a laser beam, which is nice. Also, I do not think I have mentioned, but there is a high degree of interactivity with the environment, as it can probably be seen visible at pretty much every point in the game. And that is also very nice. Oh, that dog did not have a nice time. And with the dawn closing on us, I think it is time that I return to my coffin and sleep. My real-world coffin. It is a couch, but it sort of feels like one at times. So I leave you with the night. With the children of the night, if you will. Which includes this moose, which is very energetic moose. I shall drain this moose and gain his power. All the power of the moose. I am now damage resistant. Yes, the power of a moose. Who would have thought that a moose would have so much energy in them? Not me. Never. Also a polar bear. Because we are in the Arctic or so. Take care, everyone. Oh, more moose around. I can see the moose knuckle. Have a pleasant time out there. Be careful to not let the vampires bite, because again, this is a PvP game as well. And you can play with other vampires, and somebody lost their shoe here and somebody else got eaten. A lot of somebody else got eaten. Could this be a beast? A monster? Yes, an ogre. We shall now fight him and end this video. I do not appear to have done very well. Goodbye.